Hello.
Okay, hello.
Welcome.
Welcome to another beautiful day in sunny Denver, Colorado. I am Fatima, and I will be your host today.
And I'm Nayeli. And you can follow me at the Nay_area.
And you can follow me under Hija del Maíz with an E.
And welcome to the Cosmic Ocean.
The Cosmic Ocean. Damn, guys. I'm having some lung issues these last couple days.
Water?
I have my vitamin water.
Okay.
But I apologize if my breathing is heavy.
Okay.
I ate gluten all last week.
Oh, okay.
So
Maybe.
Sophia started working at, my youngest started working at an Italian restaurant. Oh my God, you guys. It is bomb AF. It is so freaking good. So we went last Saturday. All happy.
Yeah.
I ate a breadstick. I ate soup with pasta in it. And then I ate some.
It was garlic bread, by the way. It
Oh,
wasn't even breadstick. It was garlic bread.
It was so good. And then I ate some kind of, I had like a bite of spaghetti, and then I had some kind of eggplant. I don't remember what it was called, eggplant something, but it was breaded and it was so good. So I was fine that day. The next day, probably had another. I think the next day I was pretty good, but then during the week, Sophia went to work and would bring back breadsticks and pizza, and I would have a bite.
Garlic bread. It's so different than breadsticks.
Garlic bread and pizza, and not a lot. I would have like one. I had half a slice on Thursday. I was dying on Friday night. Thursday night, I woke up and I was like,
your
yeah.
limit. Yeah.
So, no more gluten for me. Why do I do this to myself?
Because it's
so
delicious.
Oh, that's so good. And I had been so good for 2 years.
Damn.
And you guys, and it wasn't a lot. Like, I swear, I had one slice, not even one slice, half a slice of pizza.
Right.
Yeah, because then
the
first
just,
day,
accumulated.
Yeah, it accumulated. Because I had one slice and then I had like 2 bites and I gave it to you because Sophia didn't want to give you any.
Yeah. Yeah. She was being rude. And I'm the pregnant one.
They fight all the time.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was good though. So worth it.
It was bomb.
Well, worth it up until Friday. Thursday night. Oh, yeah. Anyway, how are you? How are you feeling?
Good. I'm so I feel tired.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can see it in my face.
You're a little tired.
I'm tired, and I slept good. I passed out.
You woke up early today though.
Well, yeah, because I had to get ready. I had to move. I had to make room on my phone for the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And then the baby was just moving around all night or something. I don't know. I struggled to sleep. I slept good in the sense I slept all the way through, I feel like, but then there were instances that I would be like, oh, this hurts. You know what I mean?
Oh,
but I feel like I slept more soundly than I usually do. I wake up more often, but this time it was just I had more pain.
You know what? We have to go look for those body pillows.
I know. Angela was like, no, I don't want you to get a pillow. But I've literally been sleeping I literally have made my own. I have a pillow here, a pillow in my legs, and then another pillow here, and my pillow there. So
you use 4 pillows to sleep?
Yeah. And I'm still damn, I need the body pillow because it's I have my square ones, my little square ones from my sofa.
Mm-hmm. They came in handy.
They did come in handy. I was like, yeah, thank God. And anyways.
So, speaking of, you have to move your sofa out.
I do.
And your chair.
And the chair.
So we were just talking about how she needs a rocking chair. And we went to Grandma's. And Grandma was moving stuff around downstairs in her basement. And she has this beautiful rocking chair.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
It's really pretty.
And love seat.
And it's super comfy and it's big.
So comfy.
And it has a footrest.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh my God, I need that. And it swivels all the way around and it rocks. I was like, what is this?
And did she give it to you or you asked her for it?
I was like, oh my God, Grandma, hold on. I think I asked her for it, right? First I asked her if she uses it or something. No, I don't think I asked her if she uses it. I was just like, can I have it? And then she's like, yeah. And then she looked at Mary and was like, is that okay? Because technically it's my aunt's.
Oh.
But I think my aunt gave it to her.
Oh.
And so then that's why she's like, is that okay? And then my aunt was like, it's yours. To me, she's like, it's yours. It's done.
Yeah.
And then my aunt was telling me how she got it at Goodwill.
That girl is such a thrifter, man. And she's good. She finds good shit.
And it's beautiful,
but
you guys.
They also live in a really wealthier area. Mm-hmm. And so I don't think there's a lot of thrifters up there.
Oh,
it's
No, I get it.
But yeah, the area is very wealthy.
Yeah.
Where they live.
So then they have good things in
Like
the
good shit. Yeah, they don't have a lot of people. We're gonna have to go thrift over there. We love to thrift. My middle child is such a thrifter, like, and she finds good
She
stuff.
finds really good
Good stuff.
The universe heard me, and I was like, to my mom's like, you need one, and I was like, no,
I was
I
like,
don't
you need
want
one.
to, because those pieces of furniture that I would have to move out, like, are the first pieces of furniture I've ever bought in for
And
myself.
they're so beautiful,
They're
antiques.
beautiful.
Maybe you can sell them.
Maybe I'll just keep them.
A little
like,
hoarder.
I'm not ready.
I think you can keep them for your place, and then
Yeah.
but I think you are like you said, you're gonna have to get
Eventually.
storage.
Oh yeah, storage. Yeah.
Because me and Lola were definitely saying how you and Angie are hoarders.
I am not a hoarder girl.
Well, we thought you were a hoarder, then we met your husband, and Lord have mercy.
I know. You guys, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
It's understandable because I think that he came from such a space of lack from all his life, so it's gonna take a while for him to realize that
we don't need
that he's
this,
safe.
and he has enough.
Yeah, that he's safe, but it's gonna take a minute.
Yeah, because then, so you know how you sat down in on my bed or on my whatever, and you were looking at all this stuff, and it was all his stuff.
Yeah.
And so I sat down with him, and I'm like, "Do you really need this?" And it was like the disco ball thing. Yeah, we're gonna plug it in, and it's gonna light up. And I'm like, but why would we need it? Well, we have a party.
So when him and Lola have a party,
I guess. I'm like, what are you talking about? And then he's like, Lynn, look, these two lights light up. And I like, he was just so it's like
for the baby shower.
Ready. Like, I can't.
Baby shower.
I'll just make room for it, I guess.
That is hilarious.
For now, but he was a lot better than I think when he first got the job. So when he first got the job, so he works restoration. He used to like come home with like things with like bags of things, you guys, like trash bags of things.
And I would just be like,
he just waddled down the stairs, or he would leave them in the garage.
Literally, I think there's still all kinds of bags in the garage. Like he put him away, but he just hid him.
Okay, we're gonna have to go through that.
Just figure out what he has.
And okay, so storage. Anyways, so yeah, so I'm feeling good, just tired, and my body's going through changes, and it's really intense because this last week, so energy doesn't change ever. So energy changes, but in the sense of like this week, you can see the patterns within the people and your environment, or for example, like lives on the readings on a specific day, those readings are going to be pretty similar.
Yes. So what you're saying, you're not saying that it doesn't change. You're saying that energy is very consistent.
Very consistent. Or like it attracts the same energy.
Mm-hmm.
So
like attracts like.
Mm-hmm. Okay, exactly. And you can see it on my lives with the specific with the day, with the readings of the day, and then sometimes the next day you can still see some traces of it. It's like shifted, it's changed into something else, but you still see some things of like, oh, that was from yesterday's reading, and you just keep going. And then sometimes the bones are the same. You know what I mean? And one of the themes for me specifically, I think, is, well, I'm pregnant, right? So that's why I think because of me. But I had a client who had a really strong connection with her mom. And they always do, like, people always have strong connections with their mothers, and regardless of like the trauma, regardless of whatever you've gone through with your mother, the connection there, like the line that I see is so vibrant.
It's alive. Literal physical line.
Yeah.
Because of your mother birthed you, and you were connected. You're connected to her, and you came out of her. So it's like no matter what, there's that connection, that physical, emotional, spiritual connection. Well, maybe not emotional, like if stuff happens, but spiritual and physical. Yeah. There's a connection.
Yeah. Well, maybe, emotional, because then that could trigger the emotional.
Right.
No?
So you can see the line?
And so, And so I guess sometimes when I talk, like for this week, they just needed that reminder that that's a divine connection. And so I had one like maybe on Tuesday, and then I had another client on Wednesday or something like that. And then yesterday I was talking to my friend, and she's like, yeah, did you know that, your baby literally changes your DNA, and now like it I don't remember because pregnancy brain, but that now it leaves traces, or now you have like a literal physical connection. Like it alters your brain, so now you're connected to, you have that baby's energy in your brain for the rest of your life.
Oh, damn.
And or that your mom does, or you do. I don't know which one, but literally that connection lives in the body. Like that's why they say that the motherly instinct, because you have your baby's energy in your brain, and it's like locked in there. It's not leaving. Isn't that crazy? Like you see the science behind the spiritual connection. And so her bringing that up, I'm like, damn, that's such an alignment with the reading. But then too, like, I don't know why these things are coming up. It could be because I'm pregnant and I'm just like experiencing it differently. Yeah. Because
it's
literally
just crazy.
And it is crazy though.
It's crazy. We were just talking, me and Aurora were talking about how what did she say? This baby made you level up, but you know how she said it in her slang. How did she say it?
I don't know, girl.
She bossed up. She something.
Mothered up.
No, this baby made you. Oh, she said it was so funny, and I was just cracking up. So it made you get your shit together. Like you already had your shit together, but it made you like really like
zone in.
Yeah, because I was telling her, I don't know if did I talk about how I went live with you? We talked. Okay, so I did talk about, but just seeing you in action, like opening sacred space and just seeing all that, I was like, damn, because I hadn't seen it. So I can see that shift from before to now, and it was just huge. So it's like these last couple months, you have made a transition that I think you were unable to make in 3 years.
Yeah,
like seriously.
Yeah.
So it was just insane to see you, calling in your sacred beings, just calling them in. And I was just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
It was insane.
I know. It's been happening gradually, but I've been telling you.
Gradually, but this just went boom.
Right. No, yeah.
It made you lock in.
No, it locked
That's
in.
what Lola said. She's like, yeah, she locked in.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, you're right. She did. It's like that little jigsaw puzzle that went.
Yeah, and like now the engine's running.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's what it was.
Yeah, so not I think yes, in some places gradually, but it was like after my session with my shaman, and it was after
it was Egypt, shaman, and
warriors.
And then all of a sudden,
yeah, and it needed to happen. I remember, like going back in my journal, and first of all, I didn't manifest specifically Angelo, but I did manifest my relationship with him and him. You know what I mean?
What's the feeling?
The feeling. We go back to the feeling, because I would talk about what I wanted, and I would, and the way I write, I'm like a little poet.
She's a poet.
So I like use a lot of like rhetoric, or like different like symbolism or whatever. And so I talk about the moon a lot, and he's a Cancer. Cancer lives in the planet, in the moon or whatever. It's like that's how they're connected. So then I was like, oh my God, I literally called him in. But anyways, I was also doing that with the baby, and I didn't expect it to be a baby. So then we go back to last week's episode, be careful, where my mom's like, I tell my clients, be careful what you ask for, because you don't know what you're gonna get. So I was asking for like stability, but all, like the locked in feeling. I was like, I want to like feel like I'm getting like my shits together. I don't remember. I can like go back and like just for fun read and let you know what's specific, literally like paragraphs of like, oh my God, I'm calling in my baby. Because then too, I remember like, yes, the love too, but just like that whole locked in, literally. And I remember when I found out I was pregnant, everybody was talking about like, oh yeah, or I remember like before I got pregnant, I was watching Dubai Bling, because our shaman talks about it. And I was like, oh,
I've not been able to watch that.
No, it's like drama. Oh my God.
And you love drama. You love your drama.
I like my reality TV. So I watched it, and it was pretty good. But anyways, so I watched it, and one of the ladies, this was before I got pregnant, one of the women was talking about how when she had her kids, she locked in. Like that's what she needed. And I was like, damn.
Oh my God. That's what I need.
I literally thought that. And I was like, oh wait, hold on. I don't want to think like that right now. And then guess what happened? And then that
Yeah.
happened. And I
Maybe
remember,
that's why.
I think about
Maybe
that.
that's why you were so scared, because you're like, shit, I'm gonna lock in now.
I'm gonna log in, like things are gonna change, and I still feel things missing, and I know like there's no way around it.
But you know what? I locked in when I had you.
I believe you.
But then when I had Lola and Sophie, oh my God, that was this major lock-in when I was like, you know what? If I don't get my shit together, these kids are going to have no parent. So I had to lock in.
Yeah.
And I locked in on that other part, right? The survival part. But
Yeah.
So I totally get it. But you locked in on all levels, right? Like just physically, you're like, eh.
Yeah. Just. But even then,
But I'm
doing
sorry, I
better.
just give you a lot of shit.
It's okay. No, it's okay. I processed all that.
It's
okay.
funny. I think it's cute because so we were talking about this because we went over to grandma's on Sunday and everybody, me and grandma was giving her a lot of shit, and I couldn't help it. So I just, just go right in there too. I'm like, oops. So we were talking shit to Nayeli because she's just like, my mom's like, I see her. I can just see her now coming up the stairs at 9 months. If now she's whining, when she's 9 months, she's going to be, oh.
Yeah, literally like.
So anyway, so we're talking shit. But then I did ask them, I was like, well, you guys, I don't remember hurting during my pregnancies. Did you? It was my mom and one of my sisters. And they're like, no, we don't remember anything. We don't remember pain. Mm-hmm. And so I think what the conclusion that Nayeli and I came to was that it's because we were in survival. For sure, I was in survival. I know my sister was in survival. And my mom probably was too.
Yeah,
like,
well,
more
listening
than
to her,
likely.
Yeah. Because I think it goes back to you go into survival when you don't feel like you have, well, part of it is when you don't feel like you have the support, right?
Right.
And grandma, she told me, she's like, because, okay, we go back to how my mom explained to me how I'm going to need help the first 2 weeks because I'm going to be in pain.
Oh,
and
so I think for me, one of my biggest traumas after I had the baby is like how much your body changes, how much
that was
it
so apparent
hurts.
It was your trauma because I felt that.
I'm
was
so
like,
sorry.
Oh my God.
Well, I was like, I need to tell you because nobody told me. And just like that you're not the same physically, emotionally, spiritually. You have this baby, you know what the hell, you don't know what to do with. And then you expect the first time you expect to come out of the hospital skinny again. Yeah. You still look like you're 7 months pregnant, girl. Mm-hmm. On top of your hormones. So all of that for me was insane. Mm-hmm. It took me forever to be able to. So that's why I told her, okay, Nayeli, be ready. Yeah. Oh, because then during that time, we're going to have a lot of stuff going on. My middle child is going to college. During those months, up until Christmas, up until her first semester, I just want to be going back and forth, seeing her every couple of weeks, making sure she's not homesick. And for me, I have that liberty to go. But what I was telling Nayeli is I don't want her to be alone the first couple of weeks. I don't want her to be, her and her husband, because it's a new baby. Yeah. I don't want her to not feel supported. So then my mom and my sister were like, no, we'll be there. We'll be there. And then I called
Did Grandma say that?
Okay, Grandma, no.
Okay. I don't know if Grandma was like, yeah, I'll be there.
My sister, the little one. Mm-hmm. And then my other sister.
Oh, the little one did say that?
Oh, yeah. She was like, I'll be there for you. I'll be there, whatever you need. And she lives close. Yeah. So that's what she was telling you. And then the other sister, she's like, I'll fly in and I'll be there. You tell me. She's so cute. Yeah. So then that's when Nayeli was like, I don't understand why. So that's when we were talking about it. Well, it's because this is what happens.
Right. So then 2 weeks. So those 2 weeks, you're hurting, you're in pain.
I would say the first 2 weeks, right? But then after that, it's like in our culture, we do our cuarentena. So it's 40 days.
Okay.
Of you not going outside, not lifting, not heavy, nothing. Just resting and letting your body get back to some kind of balance. Right.
So I was just telling Grandma too that, right, just what you told me, and she's like, what? No, it's not gonna be that bad. I gave birth the next day, was home, then the next day I was cooking and making breakfast for the kids, and she was like telling me like, I don't know, it just. The way she said it was not the way I received it. I received it like, oh my God, I'm so sorry.
You poor thing. And she was like, this is her badge of honor.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, exactly. And I kind of like was just like, well, damn, I don't want that. No. I don't want that. I'm sorry you went through that, or congratulations. I don't know whichever one you want to hear, but that's not what I want. I want to be able to heal. I want to take time to process. And then my mom and I were laughing because my friend was like, I'll be there, but if you don't want people around, like, yeah, just let me know. And I'm like, no, girl, I already know.
We were laughing because we're like, she's gonna be calling everybody, 911, be here, come. My mom is leaving for an hour, somebody.
Yeah, baby.
I am not taking that much vacation, so just be ready.
No, yeah, I think I'll honestly, like,
it'll be fine.
I think it'll be
it's
fine.
Gonna be great. It's just And I think the hardest part, but you're going through it a lot right now. So it may not be that hard, is your hormones, right? Because then the baby comes out and then you start, you don't have all that hormone. And I don't, bear with me, guys. I don't know the chemistry. But you stop producing a chemical because you're no longer pregnant. So then it's the decrease in all that stuff. So it's like your happy hormones, they decrease.
But
And then all the
it'd be
trauma
like
of
depression.
birth. So that's why you go into a depression, because it's a literal depression. And then it just takes a while to come back. But you know what I want to do? I'm going to research everything so we can do those baths, those herbal baths to like close and clean the energy. Porque también it's like you're opening up to get that baby out. So we need to do a kind of like I want to do some kind, it's like a calling your soul back, right? So we can do one of those, and then with like I don't know if you've ever seen it, kind of like the like a yoni steam type.
Okay.
And just like wrap yourself up, and I want to do one of those. And then I know that a lot of the people that go to school with us, not a lot of them, but some of them do, like, what is it called? Something of the bones, breaking of the bones, burying the bones, where they close up the matriz again.
Okay.
Oh, no, I was going to ask my sobadora.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to ask the sobadora all that stuff and all the herbs.
Okay.
So I can take care of you after.
Okay.
So we can do all that.
And then too, I think maybe you can even ask, because I would ask her, but I would also ask them, like, just to hear more,
just to get more
Yeah, and maybe even talking to my godmother.
Oh, okay. See
about
what
some stuff, because she's also super the bath, super the herbs. That's like the thing. So
okay, we'll talk to her.
About that. And I need to talk to her anyways for my cleanse.
Can you wear your leques like during birth?
I don't know.
That's interesting.
I have no idea.
I think you would need them.
Maybe, honestly. Maybe you can. Maybe that's a whole different thing, girl.
Yeah.
But I feel like I have been doing better. I feel like every time I say that, I'm like, no, girl.
No, you've been a lot better. You've been so much better. And then just going back to the whole thing, I don't understand you because I was in survival, right? Because I was just trying to survive. I was just trying to stay alive. But then I'm also creating that space, even though I do give you a lot of shit, to a safe container for you
No, you do.
To waddle around.
Yeah. And so does my husband. Thank God.
Oh, yeah. We just laugh at you now. Like, we laugh together.
Yeah. When I'm not around.
When you're what?
When I'm not around.
Oh, yeah. When you go downstairs, we're like.
Because if I'm around, I will cry.
Oh, she will smack us. She will beat him.
I just look at him.
I'm just kidding. It's just that look. That look, and we're both like.
No, but I'm just thinking, like, what a privilege to be able to feel. So first of all, after that weekend too, I watched the podcast back, and I'm like, damn, okay, I do see the anger bursts. Like, I do see, because literally it was like I was angry, I was fine, I was angry, I was fine. And now I've been connecting more to it and just acknowledging.
And isn't it funny that they made you so angry this week?
It made me so angry.
Yeah.
What do you mean this week? This week, yeah.
Like this week, all kinds of stuff happened, and it made you very angry. But those were valid reasons to be angry, right?
Right. And I would just feel it, and it's insane. It's like such an intense feeling. Like I feel my whole body getting like red, and
it's like your blood boils.
Yeah, and then literally it goes away, and I'm like, okay, like I'm not. It's not like I used to be, and I feel like it's so weird because in the past I would be angry and then just like walk around with it all the fucking time, you know what I mean, and then just wait for it to go away. And now it's just like, okay, I literally feel it rise and then I feel it come down and then I'm fine. But anyways, I have been feeling that all week. I've been watching that. But what a privilege to feel my body grow, to feel the baby grow, to feel the aches and pains of that come with that, to connect with the baby. And I literally can see when I like meditate, and I know like literally I cannot, but I can, you know, I can see its heartbeat. When I was meditating, I was like looking down, and I can just see it was just like vibrating right here. And I was like, oh my God, like what a privilege, what a privilege. And I know it's like bittersweet because it's like, it aches, it's horrible, it's painful. But then also I'm experiencing what you guys didn't get to experience. And maybe that's why it's times 10 or something, or maybe this is how everybody feels.
Because you're breaking those generational curses on our end.
Yeah. Right. So I'm just making peace with it, you know. All day I'm like, oh my God, this fucking hurts. But like, there's no way
Thank
around
you.
it.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm like also just getting used to it. I'm getting used to the hormones. I'm getting used to it because it's already been Angelo. So my husband, there's like this inside joke where he calls me Pelionaria, whatever. So I say the whole thing.
Pelionaria is like little fighter.
Yeah, but also play on the nay area in Spanish, the Nadia. So it's like, combining them. And he's been calling me that since we've met.
I don't know why.
I don't know why. But we were in the kitchen like a few days ago when he's like Pelionaria, and I was like, what are you talking about? I'm like so chill. And he's like, yeah, where have you been? And I'm like, thank you so much. And yeah, of course I have my moments and I'm like, whatever. But I honestly, the first couple of weeks were really intense. Like, it was just bad. Like, everybody thinks I'm bad now, the first couple of weeks were insane.
The first couple of weeks were hard on all of us, Sunshine. All of us.
But I'm telling you, literally, the first week I got pregnant, I knew I was pregnant.
Yeah.
Because my emotions, I was like laying in bed, like, what the fuck is wrong with me right now? But now I feel like I'm getting a hang of it, I guess. I'm not even gonna say I'm getting a hang of it, because then I'm like, the universe is like,
Right.
nope, you're not.
Let me show you this now.
Yeah, so it's just like, whatever. Just what a privilege to heal that generational trauma. I'm trying to look at it through that, because this last week was an eye opener. I was like, damn, my poor family.
Yeah.
Like, damn, grandma.
Yeah.
Like, I should have given her a hug or something. But you know,
I
like,
was
what
like,
are you
get
doing?
away from me.
But,
what do you mean?
Yeah, it was insane. And then you guys also give a lot of shit to my other aunt, who also experiences like a lot of pain and is always like,
Oh. And so, yeah, we were making fun of Nayeli. We're like, I was telling my mom, be ready, because my sister, who has 5 kids, she has a difficult time in labor. She's like this one, right? And so then when my mom would go to the first one, she'd be just all holding her hand and doing everything and rubbing her back and blah, 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 blah. So I was like, okay, Mom, be ready, because this one's just going to be like Dora.
Maybe or maybe not, honestly, because I have that. I don't know. I've never seen Dora in labor, and I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. But I already told my mom to be ready. You're going to be like, please get out of the room and don't
I
come
could
back.
also be like that. You know,
could.
I have that
You probably
rage where I'm like, get the fuck out.
And I'm just going to be like, Nayeli, stop.
Not to you, but like in general.
Yeah.
Not to you. I don't think I'd tell you to get the hell out.
I'll just
No.
ignore you.
But yeah, I can. That's why I'm like, I don't know if I would be like that. And I want to push through it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Anyway.
What were we talking about?
Survival
mode. Oh my God. And that was Egypt. That was Egypt for me. No. Egypt. This is why it's like so difficult for me to talk about. And I don't know if I've talked about this specific part, because I was being forced to be in my body, right? So through like just going being present, going to these places that are literally activating my DNA, where I'm like, oh, what's going on? What else? I don't fucking know. Not having my phone, so literally just being present. So I was being forced to be in my body,
and you're not used to it, because you're always like da 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 and your other realities.
I guess
not always, but a lot.
I am used to it, but the difference was being pregnant. I am used to being in my body, but this was very new to me. Being in my body and not recognizing my body. Like, the energy in my body felt different. I felt so uncomfortable. Like, I'm like, wait, something is off. What is this? I was aching. I was in pain. Everything was everything was just amplified. And so being forced in a body that I don't recognize after years of learning it, and then also on top of just not recognizing it because there was a new little being in there, but also not recognizing moments or recognizing parts of me that were so old because of the DNA activation. It was so much. It was so overwhelming. But what a privilege. Like, we go back to that. Like, what a privilege to get to see those parts of you. What a privilege to feel your being, to feel how this little baby changes everything. Everything. Like, what a privilege to be connected to it. So that's why it was so hard for me, though, because I was like in a battle of like, well, damn, this is really, I was just very in the moment, like very in the heaviness, very in the pain, in the disgust, in the, oh my God, everything. It was really difficult for me emotionally.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I was just tired all the time. And
but your tour guide, Robbie, was amazing.
yeah.
He was my tour guide when I went to Egypt. And it's, what is his company? Unknown Egypt?
Yeah. But the level up,
The lock-in.
the locked in, and it was like 100% when I realized, oh, okay, I'm having a baby. So I saw that Dubai bling thing, and I was like, oh, maybe, well, and it was like a little, like,
Yeah.
kind of like a little side comment. I don't even know if it was me. No, it was me. It was like a little knowing. Sometimes I like say shit and I know. And then I just remember getting pregnant and being like, okay, this is what I needed. Like, I need to lock in. And I'm like, where is it? Where's the lock in? And I'm like, why am I still coming back from Egypt depression? Where's the lock in? Where's the lock in?
Oh my God. So you were depression unlocking for 2 months? No, a month.
A month.
A month-ish.
A month. Yeah. Because then coming out of it, I was trying to come out of it.
You were.
I was trying my best to come out of it, but these things were not adding up at all.
They
I was just
weren't.
like, I don't know what to do. But and then everybody's like, well, you're gonna have to lock in. You're gonna be a mom. You're gonna have a baby. Like, what are you gonna do? And I'm like, I'm trying to figure that out. What do you mean? Like, send help, please. And then with my shaman, it did help me a lot because she was just like, we just talked it out. You know, like if you guys have done platicas, like sometimes it's not necessarily like processing. It's just talking it out.
It's insane because as you talk, you hear yourself and you answer yourself.
Yeah.
And you like literally, yeah.
Yeah.
It's insane. You don't even, because I had a platica with her 2 weeks ago. And it's just so funny because I was looking through my notes and it's like she told me nothing. All I did was like, say it out loud and then answer myself. And I was like,
Yeah.
Oh.
Literally. And it's such a safe space too that I think that is like just
oh yeah, because I think for me with her
healing.
I don't even, there is no hiding, you just say it, right?
Yeah, there is no hiding. No. So yeah, with her, okay, so then my platica was like, okay, well, you know, and we talked about it. I feel like it was just like, okay, well, it's not about you. And
because I think, okay, so one of your big issues was the pregnancy, but then the other issue too was like your business, right? That you felt that, is it okay if we talk about it? That you felt that you were doing the work, but that nobody was really listening or nobody was really paying attention, that they weren't taking it serious.
Yeah.
And I think this has been something for you, a very common theme for a long time. Yeah. That you're like, why am I repeating the same thing over and over again? Why do I show up to do lives and nobody gets a reading, right? I'm here to help and they don't want that help. So you were,
but it was also from a place of like, well, ego and I need to pay my bills.
You were stuck in me.
Yeah.
Look at me. I'm doing this and
yeah.
I'm doing everything right. Why isn't it working?
Right. And then my shaman's like, well, ego. Because you're looking at it from, I need to pay my bills. And you're looking at it from that fear of, I need to pay my bills. You know what I mean? And she's like, you need to realize you came down here and it was, this is your destiny. This is what you came down here. Like she woke me up. She woke me the fuck up.
This is your work, girl.
Yeah, and she's like, well, do you want to do this? I'm like, yeah. Like, I love it. It makes me so happy. I go on there and I'm in my bliss.
But the switch, the lock-in, I think for you was finally that you're like, oh shit. Even if there's only one person and I do one reading for one person or one person is on live listening to me, I am connecting with that person and they are getting what they need.
And they are getting what they need.
Even I am healing. I am talking. Right.
And we literally had showed up yesterday. They just told her like, because she's just looking at her thing on a large scale. Like she just wants it to be big. And they're like, but it's already big in the impact it does. And so then it's like, you need to look at it. That's the ego. The ego wants the image. The ego wants the scale. The ego wants the expansion because of the acknowledgement that it gets.
The ego wants, it's like, okay, I am reaching 20 people. Now I want to reach 30. And you reach 30, right?
Well, now I want.
Wait. And then you're like, yeah. And then you go up to 40. But then you get stuck at 35 and you're so upset and you want to quit because you're stuck at 35 and you don't reach 40. But then you don't realize, oh my God, I'm at 35.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, I was just
Yeah.
listening to this. So I love this guy, Diego Dreyfus. He's the Huracan. I love him. And he was just talking about that. And he looks like this. He's this Mexican man, says everything straight up to the point, like straight, no pelos en la lengua, you know, no
Is he
filter.
bald?
Yeah.
I know who you're talking
I
about.
love him. Yes.
White?
Like
looks white.
White-Chicken. Yeah.
White-Chicken,
I
okay.
love him. So he's the one that I told you I pay his membership.
Oh my God.
So I can share the videos with you. I
would
listen
love
to him.
I like him.
And so I love him just because he's a Mexican and he's just so, we are God. I am God. You are God. And he just, for a Mexican man to say that.
Yeah.
And then the other thing I love, he's like, yeah, you can say I'm a White-Chicken and I have all this privilege, but you're the one who gives me the privilege because you're telling me that I am better than you because I'm white.
Right.
And I was just like, oh.
That's what our shaman has taught us too.
Yes.
Like, why am I going to say that I don't get abundance or money or opportunities because I'm a Mexican Chicana, brown Chicana woman? Like, I'm setting myself up for that.
Yes. So that's why I was like, this man,
stagnation.
it's all like attracts like. So I'm just amazed at what he's able to do in his reach. And so I was just listening to a podcast about that he's like, when I first started, he's like, I would let ego get in the way and I would have 35 subscriptions and I wouldn't get it to 40 and I would be losing my shit and want to quit. But then I don't remember where I came from, where I started at 5, where I started at 1. He's like, so now I just do it for all of you. And so his memberships are amazing because he charges like $10 a month and he does all these videos and all these live talks and stuff. And he's like, I'm able to do that because I have all of these people that just pay 10. He's like, but I realize, he's like, I can charge $100 a month. But I'm not going to. I'm like, because I'm here to help. I'm here I'm here on a mission. I have a mission. Oh my God. So you've seen him.
I have. I like the things he says. I think I follow him on TikTok, but I've never done more to like.
I'll send you a video. I see if we can share it.
But he says some great stuff.
Yeah.
I really like him.
And he says a lot of like in your face, rude, like not rude. I just
straightforward.
So straightforward. And I think we go back to baby Fatima Nayeli that when we would start with and she'd be like
straightforward.
Like there is no, you have to live in the duality, and we're like,
what is that?
Like,
how can you say that?
How can you say that when the Sierra Tarahumara, my poor little indigenous people, are being prosecuted? You know, it's like that stuff. So, so it's been very. So we've had a journey.
Yeah, we have. Like looking back, oh my God. So your TikTok has to do this, but I get I get next to the stories, I get like this little story that's like, oh, this is what you posted last year.
Oh yeah, I just started.
Oh my God. Or maybe like 2 years ago.
Oh God.
Oh my God. I'm like, should I go back and delete all of them? Because I don't even identify with who that version of me was.
I think you can leave it and then
gross.
And be like, that was baby Nayeli. And then because Diego has his, I follow him on Spotify, and he has like when he started 10 years ago with his podcast. So that, when I saw that too, I was like, 10 years, damn, we're just starting.
We're just starting.
So it's like what I was telling one of my coworkers. It's like it's the discipline. It's a discipline of keep going and doing it.
But that's part of the contract too, and that's part of IFA too. Like I was reading in the book somewhere. I think it's the one that I haven't given you. It's so, and we see it too with our shaman and how she navigates the classes, but the whole idea of some things can be so tedious or I think tedious or long,
repetitive.
Well, that's tedious.
Yeah, it
can be so tedious to show the ancestors, the spirit guides, the shaman or whoever, how willing you are to show up. Does that make sense? Like how, what are you able to give? And are you willing to give this? Like the discipline shows how willing you are to show up.
Oh my God,
and I've been like, wow, I just like understood that. And then too, after my session, they were like, this is your mission. Show up and show up in the idea that this is your mission. Like this is not ego.
But this is amazing because she always she practices what she preaches.
Yeah.
Because she says she gives so much to the community and does so much. And we talked about this in one of the episodes that she used to do tea time on the moon. And she was like, so it would just be like I don't know, a healing session, or I don't know what it was specifically, but she just talks about it. And she says that she would do it no matter what. She would sometimes have one person show up and she would still do it. So I think for me that is huge, because I don't do stuff like that, but you do. But I think I've always told you, and just by seeing it, it's like, no, you got to do it. If you say you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it.
You would always tell me that in the context of like, well, you have to be consistent, Nayeli. You have to be impeccable with your word.
If you say you're gonna show up, you're gonna show up. If one person shows up, it's not. You're still gonna do it.
And I'd be like, well, no, because I'm sitting there for like 2 hours and I'm getting drained.
It's my time.
It's my time, and I want to do it for me. It's like, in that context, I was like, it's my source of income. Like, if it's not bringing in income, like, I'm not gonna be there. And so my shaman was like, okay, then cut the time. But then that was the first pratik, and then I was doing that, and that wasn't fulfilling me.
No.
And then she's like, okay, well, it's because you're looking at it through ego. What is it gonna do for me? This isn't about you. This isn't about you. This is about the space that you're creating for them. This is about the healing and the medicine that people, the community and the healing that they take from interacting with each other and interacting in a space of love and bliss and laughter, interacting in a space where all their experiences are being validated spiritually, right? Emotionally. This is a space where you just going on tangents because spirit is moving through you, they get their healing, they get their medicine, and they don't have to pay. Like, that's why you even do the lives, so that they don't have to pay if they can't pay private sessions. And if they can't pay live readings, then you sit there and you let spirit speak through you,
and it will come.
And it will come,
because that's one of the things I've learned also from our teacher is that it's in that abundance that we are taught in this culture, in this society, that there isn't enough. That we're living in this scarcity. So with all of this, it's like we have to take that limiting belief off that there isn't enough people to that want the service, right? We always hear, oh my God, it's the TikTok is saturated with tarot readers. There's, oh my God. So it's like they want us to fight for clients or fight for customers, but you don't have to.
No,
there is
that
enough.
fighting just puts you deeper into that fear and deeper into that cloud and hole.
There is enough. There is enough. Yeah. There is this abundance there. And if it will be created for you, it will be there for you.
And you need to trust that, because then we get stuck in the how. How is there enough when they have this certain amount of people? They have this like, how is it? And it's like trust. And we've talked about it in different readings where we had that class and the shaman was talking about. I really want to ask her if we can like just tag her, because like we talk about her so
you have to ask
much.
her. You have to ask her.
Like,
okay.
I think it's time.
Well, didn't she ask you? Well, why haven't you posted your podcast?
Yeah, in the community.
Yeah. Well, did you see that one of your clients in our spawn she tagged you, and I was like,
the lady did text me, and I just sent her. I was like, okay, you can email me here.
Okay.
So yeah. I just haven't heard anything. But anyways, so I need to check, make sure I gave her the right email. But I know, it's the universe. Yeah.
So in our spiritual community, like with our teacher, she hides.
I do.
So
I do.
She's making her come out.
Yeah. I know. I do hide.
And then one of she can't hide anymore because one of there's this woman that went with her to Egypt that just absolutely loves Nayeli, and I love her for loving Nayeli. So she's the one who's just like been like, I don't know, like coming into your space, into this other space. So she's seeing these two different
Nayelis. And is like,
and so she's also very helpful in pushing Nayeli out of her comfort in the real world. I just love seeing it.
That's the next step, and I can feel it, and I know I'm resisting it.
Yeah.
But it's happening.
Yeah.
It's happening.
It's so cute.
Anyways, so I want to tag the shaman. So we have a class with her next week. So in like 2 podcasts coming, we'll have her. We'll give you guys an update on that too.
And we have to so she has a podcast too.
And she has a podcast too.
Yeah, so we'll get permission, and then maybe we can do a podcast with her.
I would live. Oh my God. Okay. So, anyways, I also was thinking about that too.
Be like,
Teacher, do you want to be on our podcast? So what were we talking about? Oh yeah, that it just isn't about me, and that made it make sense.
yes.
That made it make sense. And then it's just like like the way that she took me out of that fear and scarcity and was like, look, this is how it's happening. Like, all you have to do is realize you show up and it's going to show up with you. And it has. Like, that's why I've been like, after that session, I have been showing up consistently. Like, just showing up because.
And you guys have seen it. We're showing up for our podcast.
Yeah, we're showing up for our podcast.
So I went for a healing after too.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 months after?
No. I did mine February 8th.
Oh, a month after.
Yeah.
Oh, not even.
Not
like
maybe
2
like
weeks.
2 weeks.
And it's so funny. So she asked me, did Nayeli get a job?
Aww. And then,
So she was like a little worried, I think. Not worried, but she was like,
like,
was
what's going to happen?
I was like, guess what? She's actually being consistent. And she's like, oh my God, I'm so happy.
Oh, yay. Yeah, so she sent me. So I didn't pay her. I couldn't pay her what I had to for my plática. And she's like, okay, no, you pay when you can. And the way I am with money, I'm like, I don't like to, like, the only person I will comfortably owe and comfortably like very strained would be my mother.
Right.
But everybody else, I'm like, no. So anyways, I was just like, I had my session with her, and the two things that were on the table was like, look, you either get a job and you get that money flowing and you get out of the scarcity, or you get your shit together and lock in, right? Lock in. I was like, fuck that, I'm locking in.
But it is so funny because we had a conversation a month before, and I literally told her the same thing.
Yeah, it was like that.
You either focus on your business and start working on your business, or you get a job.
Right. But the thing is that it's that rhetoric. It's my business or get a job.
Right.
And
so
for me, my business makes me go deeper into, okay, this is about me. This is about my money. This is about whatever. Whereas my shaman was like, you either, and with, it was those two. And
she
but then
knew
she's like,
how to word it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, 100%. She's like, but this isn't about you.
This is your mission, girlfriend.
Right. And because it's your mission, because it's your bliss, and you've expressed how happy you are in this space and how it lights you up and how you love it, whatever, because this is where you are supposed to be. This is your destiny. You are in alignment with the universe. What you want will come. Like, that's part of it. You can't just be in your bliss and then be completely, no, everything comes with it.
It does. And
so
it has been.
me. And it has been.
It has been.
So then, what was I saying? I totally lost my train of thought. So, so she texted. So, okay, I owed her money, and she just sent me a message. Hey, don't forget, like, you owe this much for the plática. And then I was like, oh my God, shaman, don't worry, you're next. I just paid rent. And then I was like, literally like a little bit of money left to pay her. And then I had paid her like the next 3 days later after that text. And yeah, I was just so happy. I was like, we did it. We're doing it. I was so happy. Like, it's because it was literally what I wanted. I wanted my freedom. You know what I mean? She's like, what do you want? And I was like, I want to be able to like go visit my grandma and not worry about gas. I want to be able to go get my coffee and then go thrifting. I want to be able to, she's like, your freedom. I was like, yeah, I want my freedom. Because I felt like I was just so in that scarcity and
very
just like, why isn't this working out? Why isn't this working out? If I'm doing everything right. And she's like, perspective.
Ooh.
That's it. Perspective. And literally the reading we had yesterday with that client was just so similar to that. You know what I mean? So similar.
And see how it's all energy. I told you I was talking to a coworker. I was like, discipline, girl, discipline. And I was like, look at my daughter is this, and this is doing this. And I was like, and finally, because of the discipline, it's actually growing and doing. Yeah. And I was like, but it all comes down to that discipline, that consistency. Yeah. Because she does all this amazing like art, creative, like for example, for Lola's graduation, I want to buy she'll make balloons and shirts and little party favors and all that kind of stuff, Yeah. And she does a really good job at it. But she just hasn't been able to do anything. So I was like, consistency. And then energy's the same. So on Monday, you had this conversation like somewhere around this week? Like Wednesday, Thursday?
Okay. On Monday, And then we had a client yesterday. We were telling that I had a client too on Wednesday. I think that we were kind of talking about this. And then on Monday, I was getting my nails done and I was talking to I love her
This
so
nail tech, guys,
much.
is a freaking bomb.
She's
Oh my God, she's amazing.
Amazing. First
And
of all,
she's a
she's
little
so
kid.
young. She's
Yeah.
young. And she is so movida. She's so disciplined.
Mm-hmm.
She has built her business from the ground up. She's probably one of the
By
best
herself.
nail techs here in Colorado.
And
I think.
And Nayeli is the pickiest
And I'm
client in the
so
whole wide
picky.
world.
Oh my God. I love her because of how disciplined she is. She's so inspiring. I love to like go. It takes me a long time. Like I get my nails done and then like 6 months later I'll go again.
No,
or a
it
year
wasn't that
later.
much. Like,
I got my
before.
nails done
No.
like in September.
oh, that long?
October.
Oh.
Yeah. It's been a minute. It's been like
Oh.
6 months, maybe. I don't know. Anyways, and we were sitting there talking, and she's just like, she has her goals, and each time I see her again, she's already on to the next because she's already done this. Like when I met her, she had like 1,000 followers on Instagram. Now she has 30,000 followers on Instagram.
Damn.
And she's like, and we were sitting there talking and how she wants to move into a salon. And I was like, you want to work at a salon, nail tech? You want to work at a salon? What are you talking about? Also, me being who I am, we're over here doing a plática.
And she doesn't
has
even
no
know.
idea.
Good. That's amazing.
So and it's like 2 hours. So
We're
it's
like, girl, you
perfect.
should be doing my nails for free.
No. So she, because she doesn't know about any of this stuff. Too.
Oh,
Like she
okay.
doesn't, like she knows who I am, but doesn't know about
She
spirituality.
doesn't know the Nay area.
She doesn't know the Nay area.
Okay,
No.
she just knows Nayeli.
Yeah, she just knows Nayeli and that she's a medium.
Oh, she does know?
Yeah, she does know, but she doesn't.
But she doesn't ask you stuff?
No, because she doesn't know about this stuff. She's
okay,
like,
okay.
I'm assuming like Catholic and young and
Yeah.
conditioned.
Probably like, do you see dead people?
Yeah, literally.
Do you see dead people?
Yeah. Okay, hold on. So she was like telling me how she's been interning because she's in school. She's been interning at a salon and how she's like planning on staying there. I was like, girl,
Oh, hell no.
no, literally no,
Yeah,
because
no.
you have your business. and
Yeah.
whatever. We unpacked that. But how she met this woman who, that's why she's working at that specific salon, because she does great nails and that she's ended up working at the salon because she can't. I forgot my story though. Why am I? Oh yeah, because she couldn't build her business because she.
Your
was
nail
like-
tech.
No, so my nail tech.
The
is
other lady
interning-
couldn't build her business.
So she
Oh.
stayed. So she just ended up working at the salon,
Uh-huh.
and then she's like, "Wait, why? Like, why couldn't you build your business?" She's like, "Well, it's because it was good on the busy days, but on the slow seasons, it was really hard, and I had to give it up, and I'm just here working at the salon."
The other girl.
The other
said that.
girl,
Uh-huh.
and then me and the nail tech, we were both like, "Wait, there are no slow days, though.
No,
like,
because there's a freaking holiday every month.
yeah,
And if women
a
keep doing,
season two.
and if women, like if you get nails, you go and you, what is it, rebase and
every
rebase
2
and-
weeks, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
You know, like there is no slow season.
No.
And then she's like, yeah, there isn't. And maybe too, in my mind, I'm like, no way. There's no way, because there's always a need. I just see it all the time. There's always a need. But two, with my nail tech, she's like, if you are posting consistently, if you are on TikTok and on Instagram and like interacting with your community. Okay, this is like a 20-year-old girl, okay, or young woman that's telling me this. She's like, if you are doing this, there is no slow seasons. And she's like, that's why I have 30K Instagram followers.
So she was
or
giving
whatever.
you a little platica
Yeah,
too.
I was like, I need to hear this. Hell the fuck yeah. No, but too, I was
Oh
like,
my
yeah,
God.
nail tech, because literally I wasn't doing this before.
No.
I started and now I'm
then-
like,
Then you just expected everything to fall from the sky.
yeah, because I'm like, well, because
Oh my
it's for
God.
me, it's gonna fall in the sky.
Okay.
And then the ancestors are like, where's the action,
Oh,
Nayeli?
see?
Where's your discipline, Nayeli?
And we go back to that. We ask and we literally, because they're like, asking you shall receive, right?
Right.
And literally, we ask and then we just want to sit there
And
fed
watch
them
TV.
happy,
Yeah.
and wait for it to happen.
yeah.
Oh.
And they're like, no, we need the action. That's part of it. You're
gotta do
showing
your
us
work.
you want it,
Ooh.
right?
Okay, hold on. I'm invested. Go back. So is she gonna keep her own place? She better.
Yeah, no, she's not
Okay.
gonna work at the salon.
Good.
She's gonna say no,
Good.
and she's gonna continue to move towards her salon,
Which she's so close. She is so close.
girl. It's there. I think she's literally like, I want to do it by the summer, but I don't know. I was like,
Girl,
it's done. Like, come on. She's just so inspiring. I love it, especially because of her
Tell
age,
her
too.
that we're gonna send Sophia with her to teach her how to do nails.
Oh my god, hell yeah. And we can pay her.
And we will pay her. Yes.
Oh my god,
Yes.
hell yeah. That's
Yes.
gonna start this her other goal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell her. I'm gonna tell her for real. Well,
Tell
first
her.
we have to ask Sophie. We have to ask
Sophie's been
Sophie.
trying to do nails for a while.
But it's just the space and the consistency and the discipline and the age.
Which she doesn't have, but
Yeah.
now that she's working, she's
Well-
developing some consistency.
Yeah, you're right.
yeah.
And my nail tech started when she was 16, I think.
See? Oh my god.
I know.
That's so perfect.
I know.
Oh.
So then, yeah, I just like energy doesn't lie. We go back to the whole consistency.
Oh my
and
God,
she's
this
just
plane.
the most beautiful like example of that.
Yeah.
You know
Oh.
what I mean?
That's amazing.
I know. I'm like, you're right. You're right. I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna keep
Hell
going.
yeah.
And then after that, too, one of the community members, Evelyn, sent me a text and was like, "When are you gonna start doing YouTube vlogging?" I was like, "Okay, we're doing it." I know my mom's like, "Bitch, we've been telling her this since fucking
bitch.
last year."
That young woman is amazing.
No, it's amazing. I'm just like, wow, girl.
So you need to go back
wow.
so that you can make sure, be like, no, open your studio.
No, she knows. We made that clear before
Okay.
I left. She's like, "Yeah, now I'm gonna do it." And I'm like,
Okay, good.
we got it.
You're like, call me if you have questions.
No, but I do. I like that time with her because I like to do some work. I do.
Yes,
I
yes.
love it though. Okay.
All right.
Anyways, but consistency.
Discipline. Damn.
Yeah, that's just the next step. Like you've done all this shadow work. You've looked at your traumas, and that's also been a theme in the lives. It's like, okay, but now what? Things aren't working. Well, because the action isn't working. You're not showing up differently. You need to show up differently. You need to show up the way that you want to, and realize what your destiny is, and realize like. Maybe like to a certain extent, this isn't about you, right? Everybody can be in that space, no? This isn't about them.
Oh yeah, I think because we're all here, right, to do a job, and even in any job, right, even if you're like, I don't know, working at McDonald's, you're still here to help. You're still here to heal. You know, you put your energy into everything you do, even if you're just like, if you're being a cashier, like you're still interacting with people. Maybe that one smile that you give that person is going to make all the difference.
Well, we go back to how your authentic self is the medicine.
Yeah.
You don't need to be a curandera shaman, you know, to give medicine.
You
Who
are.
you are
Yes.
is the medicine.
Yeah,
and
and
when
you
you
are.
start,
You are that, right?
are.
We don't understand how powerful we truly are.
Yeah. And when we start being our authentic self, we start like that's why it's so important to be our authentic self.
And so my authentic self is really sweet and kind and loving, but then I'm also a resting bitch face, right?
Yeah.
So I don't, because I saw this. You sent me this TikTok about how right now there's this aesthetic about all these sweet, beautiful inside, beautiful outside, sweet, gentle women, and in reality they're freaking psycho ass bitchs, man. And so then I was like, see, that's why I don't hide it.
Right.
I don't hide it.
Right. And everybody has that other side of the coin.
So my authentic self, guys, is this sweet, kind, gentle, love, beautiful, but also psycho, crazy. I'm gonna fuck this shit up.
Fire.
Fuck this shit up.
And if you don't embrace that part of you, you're not embracing yourself. And that's going to be the next podcast.
My new candle is fuck a bitch up. Oh no, which one was it? Aurora wrote it down for me. Something about I'm gonna fuck you up, puto. That one.
I don't know. Anyways,
I embrace it.
yeah, you do embrace it. You do embrace it.
It's my Shango energy.
Yes,
and
it
my Oya
is. It
energy.
is. It is. That's for the next podcast. The next episode, we'll talk. We'll talk about that.
All right.
Anyways,
All right.
so love you so much.
Love
Go
you.
be disciplined. Go
Yes.
take action.
Yes.
Be in your body.
Make a plan. I can help you business plans. Well, I do grant writing stuff, so I can help you with nonprofit stuff.
You can help with a lot of things.
Connect.
Okay. We'll get better at the plugins. We'll get better. I promise. I'll work
All
on
right.
it. I'll work on
All
it
right.
better.
Cuídense mucho. Have a blessed day. Rejoice in the sun.
Ashe.
Ashe.
Love you.